week long, we've been bringing you stories of the toll mental health issues are taking on our community. The issues are widespread and touch so many people, perhaps more than you realize. We can all put on a happy face when, in fact, behind the mask, many carry the heavy burden of grief brought on by mental illness. Derek Dice has the story.
Cemeteries are quiet, well manicured. They're where families come to say goodbye. They're where people come to remember.
My name is Rick Foss, and I am a family service representative here at Heritage Funeral Home.
Rick Foss remembers many of them. We met him last week when we wanted to see the grave of 12-year-old Sarah, who struggled with mental illness and took her own life.
I have the fortunate and unfortunate occupation of working with the families of folks that have had loved ones deceased.
Rick offered to walk our crew to the gravesite. We asked if he'd be willing to talk to us about the difficulty of working at a place where a 12-year-old girl shouldn't be. That's when the phone call took an unexpected turn.
I have a personal relationship with death.
Rick was willing to be interviewed, and not just about the loss of a 12-year-old girl.
I had a son that had a mental health issue, bipolar disorder.
His son. Rick wasn't sure if he'd be able to make it through an interview talking about the son he lost.
Throughout his life, struggled with it and ended up taking his own life as well, very similar to Sarah.
Rick's son took his own life at 27 years old.
There are resources out there for those folks, but a lot of times the help that they get isn't enough. Basically, they can't combat the disease any longer, and so this is the path that they take.
Rick is used to comforting and working with families when they have a need for funeral services.
If you know someone or have a loved one that struggles with mental disorder, try and support them as much as you possibly can.
And he hopes the interview that he made it through will keep him from meeting some families too soon.
If you notice someone that has extreme highs and extreme lows, try and explain to them that it's just an illness. It's okay to be mentally ill.
Such an important story in our in-depth coverage this week. Thank you to Rick Foss. If you or someone you know is struggling with their mental health, you can always call the 988 Crisis Support Hotline.